Like I said, we are set up outside of the press box. So we've already had some sprinkles. We've moved some stuff around a little bit already. So we're going to try to stick with it. We're getting word that we might be able to come inside. So we might be doing that here in a second too. We look across the field as the rain comes down again. So we might be moving to a quick break so we can get resituated. Because, of course, it's going to rain once we get things rolling. So don't forget to go to our sponsor, Aces Wild, the pregame sponsor. They have the Aces Wild Queen of Hearts, which benefits the Columbia Quarterback Club. Jackpot currently over $2,500, so that's Thursday nights at 7:30. So, Jared, we look into this game here that we have tonight. But first, we're going to talk about Salem in last week's game. Eagles are victorious 44-7, so give me your thoughts and your rundown on last week's game against the Wildcats from Salem.
I think like you hear on the Coach's Corner every week, anytime you can get up early on a team, especially with an hour and a half bus ride, I mean, that's pretty big. We started early. We had 2 plays on the offensive side of the ball, and we had, I think you called it right after they ran that second one for a touchdown. Dom had that 95-yard touchdown run. We ran 2 plays, and we scored twice. So anytime your offense can do that, you're going to be in good shape.
And you look at a little bit more of that game, that was kind of a comeback game. We needed to get that win and get things rolling. That gets us our 5 wins gets you eligible for the playoffs. Obviously, one more here tonight locks you into it. So that was a big game, getting up on the top early and getting the win and at least giving yourself a shot at Week 10.
Yeah, and having those 2 running backs in the backfield, Bryant and Janik, can give a lot of room for Don Bagley to work too. Anytime that he rolls out, also having Wetzel, Wyke, and Carter Hicks, guys that can catch the ball pretty well out of the backfield and put them out at split out. It's pretty nice having seeing everybody kind of get better throughout the year and giving number 12 some more weapons.
You look at the numbers for last week, rushing-wise, Janik 9 for 40, Bryant 7 for 27, Vagley 5 rushes, 123 yards, 3 touchdowns, highlighted by, we'll say, that 95-yard run. Receiving-wise, Wyke 3 for 80. He caught that first one for the 40-yard touchdown pass. Wetzel 3 for 106 with a 59-yard touchdown pass. And Hicks 1 reception. That's all he needed. He got his first touchdown of the year. Vagley finishes the day off 7 for 10, 165 yards, 3 touchdowns. And the big thing, 375 yards of offense. Nice little game for the Eagles on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and number 12's been doing that all year through the air and with his feet. He's closing in on 1,000 yards each and running and passing. And I think you said on the Coach's Corner and the coaches, we don't think we've ever had a quarterback that has really the numbers like that in one season. So we'll definitely be looking for that tonight and next week. But we're mostly looking forward to a win.
So now we flip over on the defensive side of the balls. Don't have too many numbers as Salem did not keep their stats. But the big thing is, got the shutout for majority of the game. We gave up 1 touchdown with, I think, 2:50 remaining in the game. So more or less a shutout for the Eagles. And 4 times getting to the quarterback, 4 quarterback sacks out of 4 different guys.
Yeah, and we haven't talked about Logan Hicks a lot like we should. We know that Brandon Jackson went down with that injury. We had to bring in Logan Hicks to play a little linebacker for us. And he's really filled that spot for us, coming and blitzing every now and then, and having number 12 come up play a little linebacker too, where he's normally playing safety. So those 2 linebackers have really been playing well over the last couple weeks.
Ben Scott was the big tackler on the special team side of the ball, getting all the tackles, I believe, on kickoffs, or at least he was getting close. So you look, Logan Hicks led the way, 10 tackles. Ben Scott, 10 tackles. Sean Horn, a name that we haven't said too much, he's got 8, and Joe Kish with 7. So pretty good night for the Eagles, finishing off the game, winning 44-7. Improving to 5-2, 3-1 on the conference, and that pushed Salem to 1-6 and 0-4 in conference play. And you look at a little bit more. I mean, you talk to coaches in that Holton Meets Coach's Corner, Inside the Nest. You can find that on Spotify. They were pretty happy, and like Coach Horner said, that's the first time really putting a complete game together in another week where he's not having to just throw and hope something happens.
Yeah, and if you win first down on offense, I mean, you get those manageable 2nd and 3rd downs, it makes your play calling a lot easier, as we said all year. And then on the defensive side of the ball, like Coach Germain said all year, if you get stops on first down, especially playing teams like East Alton Wood River and Salem last week, it kind of puts them out of a bind because they're usually a run-first offense. So you put them into a situation that they're not really used to.
Well, we're here tonight in Central getting ready for another big Cahokia Conference matchup, a conference championship on the line. Breese Central for sure has a share. If the Eagles are able to win, we'll be able to get a share of that Cahokia Conference as well. So they want to try to get stuff done. We're going to run to a break real quick. We just got word that we might be able to broadcast from inside. So it might be a little bit of an extended break. We might be moving inside. We're not sure yet. But stick with us, and we will return back to the Aces Wild pregame show right after this. Welcome back into the Aces Wild pregame show as we come to you inside now. As we had a little bit of a miscommunication, so get to come inside where we don't have to worry about the rain no more, Jared. So we look at the game that we have here tonight. Cougars team 6-1 coming in, taking care of business all year, and a pretty good game and a pretty good team that we have in front of us here.
Yeah, and anytime you come up here, you know you're going to get the best out of Coach Short and the Cougars. So Eagles got to be ready for this game tonight. Can't really worry about the weather or anything else. You just got to worry about coming in here and playing your best and trying to get a W.
Look at the conference standings and the conference schedule here. Breese leading the way, 4-0 in conference play. Wood River 3-1, Columbia 3-1, Roxana 2-2, Freeburg 0-4, Salem 0-4. You look at all of our games tonight. Thank you, sir. Good hospitality out there even. Yeah. Look at the games here tonight. Columbia at Breese, Freeburg at Salem, and the big game that I think is going to be a good one is Roxana and East Alton Wood River, and that could be another conference-determining game. We're going to run to the national anthem real quick, and we'll be back with the Aces Wild pregame show after this. So, Jared, you look at that conference standings. Like we said earlier, Breese already has a share at least of the Cahokia Conference. They get a win tonight. They will be outright champs for the second year in a row. Wood River needs to get a win for their share, and if Columbia loses, obviously the Cahokia Conference is one tie, we all tie. But say Columbia gets in there, we get the win. It'll be at least a two-way tie with us in Central, and if Wood River gets a win, there's a three-way tie. So we just kind of want to be spoiler here at this point and spoil an outright championship for the Cougars.
Yeah, and it's senior night here tonight, so the fans are going to be ready. All the kids are going to be ready. Probably it could be their last home game. You don't know if they'll get a home game, but they most likely will since they're 6-1. And I don't know who they play week 9, but even just we can leave that behind us. But coming in here tonight, you got to be ready going against the Central Cougars. They're usually big, quick, and we haven't seen a spread offense since week 4 or 5. So coming in here tonight, you just got to read your assignments, play assignment football, and just do your job.
Central's one loss, I said 6-1. Their one loss was week 2 against Mater Dei, and that's just a conference game. I believe Mater Dei is 4-3 this year. That's just a rivalry game, rather. You never know what's going to happen on those games. So I think
they call that like the Milk Bowl or something?
Milk Bowl, yep. Yeah, they lost that one 27-14. And other than that, they've pretty much taken care of business all year long. And you look at their offense, they've got a pretty good quarterback, dual threat guy. They've got a running back that's going to be a sniffer back, and we'll talk about him a little bit. He's going to take you to the football majority of the time.
Yeah, number 6 is kind of similar to Don Vagley. He's 85 for 150, 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, 4 picks. And then he could also do it on his feet. He got 92 rushing attempts, the most on their team. They got 370 rushing yards with him, and then 4 touchdowns. So we're gonna have to play a little defense on him tonight.
Pretty good atmosphere at Central. Great PA announcer here on another great facility as well. Still a natural surface, all green yet. Nothing really, no mud yet. We'll see what happens by the end of the night. With the rain, it falls and it goes away. It comes back, it goes away. So we'll see if that affects anything. Eagles this week, captains are going to be number 2, number 3, 23, and number 12. So that's going to be Carter, Hicks, Wetzel, Wyke, and Vagley are our captains. And the Central captains, Jared?
Looks like 6, their quarterback, Connor Freeze. Looks like 13, Braden Reverman, who's the really good receiver. We'll talk about him a lot tonight. 25, Chase Lewis, I believe he's their fullback. And then we got 61, one of their linemen, Thomas Scrage. So those are the captains for Central.
I did not see. Did we win? Or
I didn't see either, but usually if we win the toss, we like to defer. Unless Coach Warner wants to come out and sling that ball around and try to get an early lead, which last week that turned out really well for us.
And he talked about, we need to be able to control the line of scrimmage, control the football, and control the clock. This is an offense that is going to put some points up. They're going to be able to control it. And I'm interested to see how our boys are able to respond. This is always a hostile environment. It's always a fun environment. So I'm interested to see how our boys are going to come out and play. Because this sideline here, they got it rocking.
Yeah, their fans are all up. It's senior night. Like I said, could be their last home game. So they're going to leave it all out there on the field. Looks like they're wearing black uniforms tonight with
anthracite.
Anthracite
bottoms?
Yeah, I kind of like that with the purple helmets. And Eagles are going all white. White helmets, white tops, white pants. And a lot of guys over there with white shoes. So it's a white out for the Eagles. Clock's at 30 seconds. Refs are getting set up. It's almost Eagle football time.
Well, thank you for joining into that Aces Wild pregame show. Don't forget, they got monthly and weekly giveaways. This month, they are giving away 4 tickets to a Blues game, all-inclusive tickets. Just all you have to do, go in and sign up. All you got to do is talk to whoever's working, tell them that you want to get signed up for that giveaway, and that changes monthly. The Blues tickets for October, $1,500 in cash for November right before Black Friday, and a Brewery Lights tour in a package for that in December. So head on up there, get involved with the weekly and monthly giveaways, get involved with the Columbia Quarterback Club Queen of Hearts, currently sitting at 25-31. on that drawing on Thursday nights. And, Jared, we look now in this audio-only broadcast. We don't know what's going to ever happen with internet. We're able to get it. We have enough room for us, so audio only for this game. Audio only is going to end the Aces Wild pregame show as Breese kicks it off. Going to be recovered by the Eagles. I don't know if that was a squib kick or just a kick that wasn't very good, but regardless, Logan Hicks recovers at the 39, and that's where the Eagles are going to take over.
And we'll see, like I said earlier, we'll see a little spread offense from Breese Central tonight, so kind of running the same stuff that we do. So we'll have to see if Alex opening that ski, huh? Got to get one whenever you come to Breese.
So Vagley is going to be the quarterback in the backfield. Cameron Janik is his running back. Dalton Rainwater is closest to us. We're going from left to right now. Janik's going to take the handoff. Nope, it's going to be a keep by the quarterback. He's going to go up the middle.
Look at this.
He's got the 40-yard line.
This.
He's into the 30, to the 20. One play for the Columbia Eagles, and they got themselves 6 points on the scoreboard.
You think Coach Horner liked that start?
I think it's going to be Coach Horner, Coach G, Coach Kendall. No emotion out of Coach Stump and Baker up here with us, but everybody on that Eagles sideline fired up as Dominic Vagley goes 61 yards in for a Columbia touchdown. And, Jared, you got the PAT as I got a wall in front of me.
Yeah, you're going to have to do the left side of the field. Looks like Wetzel's going to be the holder. Vagley taking his steps now. Waiting on his call. Good snap, good hold. It is up, and it is good. Eagles take a 7-0 lead here early, 15 seconds into the game. That Manny McGuire group scoreboard now says 7-0 with 11:45 now. And like I said, I mean, you can't ask for a better start than that.
Talk about taking a sideline out of that, too. I mean, this place is now silent on this side of the field. So if you're, like you said, Coach Horner, you're thrilled. But now, Coach G, you got to keep it quiet now, too, and you got to get yourself a stop. So Vagley coming into the night, like we said, he's over 700 yards rushing at 771, so add 60 yards to that. He's having himself 832 yards officially.
Look at that.
On the season.
Miss Steve would be proud.
So quick start. Now he's going to be doing the kickoff. And the wind is going to be blowing across the field closest to us over towards the Eagles sideline. So we'll see how Vagley, we'd like to pin him deep, and we talked to Coach Kendall in that Holton Meets Coach's Corner. That second line is going to tell you where the football is going. And can you explain a little bit of that reverse or the fake reverse that they run?
I mean, I guess the teams that we've seen this year, I mean, they try to do that fake reverse. And, I mean, Coach Kendall's all over it usually because he watches all that film on probably every team throughout the year. But, I mean, I think they just try to catch you off guard.
Central is going to let this one go out of bounds. I think it was headed out of bounds already, but the wind aids it a little bit more. And that second line, like you said, they might crisscross, but depending on who catches the ball, I think depends on if they do reverse it or not. And I'm sure they have that figured out before the game starts.
Yeah, and on some teams, I mean, your kickoff team, it's not your best tackler. Sometimes guys need a little break on the offensive side of the ball, and you put them on kickoff. So, I mean, you can take advantage of that as well. But we'll see. We'll see what this Breese Central offense can do now. As they just came out on the field, they get the ball at the 35-yard line. Looks like we're going to be in a 4-man front. Look at that, Alex. He's going to switch it up for you this week.
Going to go right up the middle this time, and it's going to be good for about 4. Brought down by number 57, Mason Schnabel. 4-man front, 3 linebackers. That leaves the other 4 guys being the defensive backs. And you look at number 25 as their sniffer back. He's going to take you to the football. If he pulls, it's going to be a run. If he stands up, it's going to be a pass play. So the Eagles are going to have 4 down linemen once again. Going to be a pass to the right side, just hitches. Going to be good for about 15 yards and a first down. Brought down by Vagley, and the Cougars are now into Eagles territory at the 48-yard line.
And I believe that wide receiver, Braden Reverman, I think he started as a sophomore. I remember talking about him a couple years ago. This year he has 41 catches for 740 yards, 6 touchdowns. He's averaging 18 yards a catch, so that's something we really got to watch out for tonight.
Going to be a run this time right to us. Number 25 pulls, and he's able to get blown up a little bit. Gain of 3. Vaguely and Hicks on the tackle.
And I wonder
getting it too.
I wonder if we'll see Zach Wetzel kind of follow him around, because they just go that kind of single wide receivers on both sides, and they have a tight end.
Pass play action. Good job sniffing out by Hicks, and he's going to make the tackle.
That's okay.
Play action there. He took one step in. He realized it was pass, dropped back into coverage, and him and Mason Vaguely make the tackle at the 40 to bring up a 3rd and 2.
You got to watch out for this up back here. He's probably going to lead you, like you said earlier, right where the ball is going to go. So reading 25 here could be huge for the Eagles. I mean, they could probably use him as a pulling guard like we do with Carter Hicks. So we'll see what they got drawn up here on 3rd and 2.
Tight end left, doubles to the right side, going to fake it to the running back. Quarterback keeps it himself. He's got a 1st down. He's going to get out of a tackle. Brought down by, I believe, number 75, Joe Kish. And I think Schnabel on that play got lit up in the backfield on a pulling guard.
Looks like Kish is coming out now. I didn't really see who came in.
I believe it was Stefan.
Maddox Stefan.
So that would lead to a 3-man front, which we do.
No Anthony Antonis this week as well. So we're down a lineman.
Same formation once again. Roll out to the right side. It's going to be another hitch. Number 17 catches it. Brought down by Wetzel, but that's going to be good for 9 yards. Bring up a 2nd down and 1. They're just running little hitches right there, and Wetzel's starting 7-8 yards off the ball.
And then he's dropping back a little bit to see what that wide receiver does. And sometimes as a corner, if you know, because I wasn't the tallest or the biggest guy, but if you know that you're guarding a guy that's got some height on you, you got to give him a little bit more separation.
Trips to the left side, hitch to the right. That's what they throw. They get the man-to-man coverage. He makes Wetzel miss. Cameron Janik's going to run him out of bounds as they get into the 10-yard line, 1st and goal for the Cougars. They're moving right on down the field with 9:15 in the 1st quarter.
Are we in for a shootout tonight?
Quick start here by both teams. They've showed doubles, they've showed trips, they've showed single guys out by themselves, empty backfields, as they're now bringing one guy on late, number 84, Caden Rakers. That's a normal name we'll hear up here. They're going to fake it to him, go up the middle with the quarterback. He's got the 5, and I think he's going to be brought down by a bunch of Eagles right there. 57, Schnabel, and 40, Cam Janik off the pile.
All I can see is Central's offense right now, so you're going to have to take this one.
8:50 remaining. You can hear Coach G checking out. He's got a new formation he likes to see. Tight end to the left. They're going to fake the handoff again. Quarterback's going to run to the right. It doesn't look like they're going to get in. Another stop by the Eagles. Maybe a gain of 2. Vaguely ended up with the football at the end of the play.
We'll see.
Coach G was trying to call check, and they called the play, so. Central bringing the big guns in. 3rd down and 3 from the 3. They got everybody up. Quarterback's going to run to the right side. It's a little bit of a wildcat, and it's going to be touchdown Cougars. Number 25, Chase Lewis for the touchdown.
And that's usually their up back. He's listed as, 6'2", where's he at on there? 6'2", 230. So, I mean, yeah, if you have him running Wildcat, all you need is 3 yards, he's going to put his head down, and he practically walked into the end zone there. And he's doing their kicking tonight. Look at that.
Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, goes off to the right, but it sneaks in. And that ties the Mandy McGuire Group scoreboard. Cougars 7, Eagles 7. With 8:06 remaining, we're going to head to a break and bring you the rest of the first quarter right after this. Welcome back to Breese Central. The Eagles and the Cougars starting off fast. Another deep kickoff this time, going to be caught by Bryant at the 7. He falls back to the 5. Going to have to run to the left side, gets behind a couple blockers, gets to the 15 where he gets brought down, and that's where the Eagles offense is going to start off.
I don't know if it was when I was in high school or whenever you were in high school, but I think somewhere along the line, Central had a kicker where they would throw a steel-toed boot out on the field, and he would put that on, and he would literally just walk 3 steps back and just boom, just boot it through there. And it used to crack me up. It's like you can't find one soccer player or nothing just to come kick for you.
Cougars, 4 down linemen. They're going to fake the jet sweep. Going to be kept by Vagley. He's got 10 yards. He makes a cut upfield. He's to the 40, to the 50. Cougar territory, 40, 30, 20. Slowing down to the 10, 5. End zone, touchdown, Columbia Eagles. Dom Vagley for 83 yards into the end zone.
I don't even know what to say on that one.
So he's got 83 yards and 144 yards rushing for the Eagles in 2 plays and all of about 30 seconds.
I don't even know what to say. Oh, my goodness. If you guys could have seen that. He just knows how to make people miss and great vision, and then he's got that extra breakaway speed. And not a lot of people will catch him. Great job there by Vagley, and now you ask him to go do a PAT.
Now the only problem is it doesn't give your defense much time to take a break. High snap brought down by Wetzel. It gets up, and it's good. So, hey, that Mandy McGuire Group scoreboard getting all sorts of attention here tonight, as it's now Columbia 14, Central 7. And I don't know if they're over-pursuing there on the Central side of the field. We know we ran a little bit of that jet option right there, jet motion, and they crash a safety hard. And Vagley just runs right underneath of him.
And I don't think on those 2 carries, I don't even think he got touched yet. He didn't have to really break any tackles. He was just using his feet and using his vision of just finding a lane to hit, and he did that on the first 2 plays that the Eagles have had the ball. I mean, Coach Horner coming in, going into last week, I think we had 1 touchdown on the opening drive against Waterloo. And then we didn't score on the first opening drive for a while. So anytime you start a game, 2 plays, 2 touchdowns, and then you do the same thing the next week, I mean, that's pretty special.
So Vagley walks out onto the field, and we've talked about this before. The officials are a little bit more lenient, I believe, with him getting a little bit of a breather. He's come off the field a little bit more these last couple weeks, but not much.
Wow.
It's unfortunate that we have to be audio only because those are 2 great plays to be able to see, but hopefully our excitement and our voices brings you the joy that we're
Just
having.
Close your eyes and
yeah. So Vagley's going to kick it left to right once again. Sends it up. This time going to be down the middle of the field. Going to be caught. They're going to run towards us right here. They fake the reverse. Mason Vagley's got to pinch it inside. He does. Now he's going to chase. Ben Scott's going to have to chase too. Gave up a little bit of contain. And the kicker's there to make the tackle. Down Vagley at the 29-yard line. I think it was a run of about 100 yards to gain 20. So the Cougars are going to take over at their own 29 with 7:32 in the first quarter.
I'm still speechless about it. I didn't know what to say whenever he was still running. That was – wow. Central comes out on the field with 2 wide receivers to the left, the up back left. He's going to run a little screen pass over here to 13. And he's got a little bit of room on this left side. Looks like he's going to be tripped up by, who do you know, Don Vagley. Maybe a gain of 9. Going to be a 2nd and 1.
I kind of like Central's taking there a little bit of a time, so it's able to give our guys a little bit of a breather. As the rain has now stopped falling for the most part. 6 guys at the line of scrimmage now for the Eagles. They're going to run it to the right side with number 84. Tries to get outside, forced back in. Kenningstein nearly gets a tackle in the backfield. But Rockers is able to get upfield for 3 yards and good for a first down. Cougars brought down by Schnabel.
Looks like we're back in that 4-man front now with Kish. Looks like Hicks, Schnabel, and who's this right?
Yep.
Kenningstein, I believe. I think it is Tom Kenningstein.
Going to run this time to the right side once again. Good for another good gain before getting forced out of bounds by Wetzel. And like we talked about earlier, we thought that Wetzel was going to be following their big receiver, as he is, as Peyton Andrews and him are switching sides of the field. Andrews is going to be blocking or covering number 10, Bryce Berriman, for Central.
Nice little drive that Cougars had on their first one. Let's see if they can keep it up on this one.
Roll out to the left side. Going to be caught by the tight end. Brought down by 2 Eagles. Looks to be number 54, Logan Hicks. And number 18, Mason Vagley. Gain of 1 brings up a 3rd and 1.
You got 2 sophomores there making a good tackle there. And then we'll be seeing a lot more of them in the next couple years.
5:45 left in the first quarter. Ball on the Eagles' 48-yard line. Almost called it the 58. That's not even a yard line. Eagles 48, 3rd and 1. Going to hand the ball off to number 84 right up the middle. He's going to gain. They gave him 2. Generous spot. Good job by Joe Kish and Brennan White driving them backwards, but that's a very generous spot. First down for the Cougars at the Eagles 46.
We are in Clinton County, Alex. You got to remember that.
I could smell it earlier.
Oh, I could too. In our pregame, I looked at you. I said, woo-wee.
Kish goes off. Maddox Steffen comes on. 3 men down for the Eagles now. 3 linebackers split out each side. They're going to fake the handoff. Quarterback's going to run to the left side. He's got a hole brought down by number 18, Mason Vagley, after 12, and a first down for the Cougars.
And Eagles defense kind of on their heels right now. I don't think we've had a tackle for a loss yet. So we'll see if Coach Germain can get his guys to maybe hit a blitz or someone make a big play, cause a fumble. Looks like they're going to try to make us jump off sides there with a hard count. Got a receiver to the right, receiver to the left, up back to the left. He's going to fake the handoff. Quarterback's going to get rushed. He's going to go to the left side. Carter Hicks almost made a tackle right on the line of scrimmage. Quarterback had to scramble a little bit. Maybe got 3 or 4 yards. And I'll bring up a 2nd and 6, it looks like.
Coach G showed blitz to that left side on that play, checked out of it on the hard count, switched it around. We brought 2 other linebackers up the middle, and
yeah, I don't think that quarterback was ready for that at all.
We were able to sniff it out. Split out to their each side. Quarterback's going to fake the handoff. He's going up the middle. Good job by Logan Hicks, not biting on the fake, getting back to the quarterback, and it's going to be a 3rd and 2 once again. Coach G, you can still hear him yelling up here. Let us know where you're listening from. We've already had word from Mrs. Harris coming to us live from Fort Myers. Make sure you let us know, and we'll see if we can give you a shout-out, as we got 3:35 remaining in the first quarter. Doubles to the right side, ball towards the left hash. Running back right. Fake it. Quarterback's keeping it
Get there,
himself.
Carter.
He's brought down in the
Attaboy.
backfield by Carter Hicks. Going to be maybe a gain of 1 and 4th and 1 now for the Cougars.
That's all you need. Carter Hicks did a great job there, just staying home. Nobody even picked him up. So we went straight down the line and picked up that quarterback for no gain there. It looks like their offense is going to stay on the field. And if I were them, I'd put 25 in that running back position, that Wildcat, and just run it straight down the middle. And that's what they're going to do. 25 is going to get it, and he looks like he's going to have the first. Always falling forward, as we've seen tonight, number 25 in this first quarter. And that's a good for a Cougar first down.
They brought Joe Kish in on that play, tried to bring that 260-pound frame in. Wasn't enough. Now he goes off. Maddox Steffen comes back on. So Eagles going to that three-man front once again. 2:36 and counting in the first quarter. Eagles lead it 14-7. Split out to the right side. Going to be a pass. Going to be what we would call Miami, just a screen pattern. Good job by Janik, sniffing it out, getting the tackle. Him and Brendan Wyke making the tackle after 3 yards. Big thing right there on that play. You've got a 6'5" defensive end and Carter Hicks. You got to float it over his hands.
Yeah, in there. I mean, that play you're taught to kind of run it a diagonal after you catch it, and that wide receiver kind of went straight down the line. Didn't really look upfield to get positive yardage. Only got maybe a yard after he caught the ball, so good thing for us.
Doubles the left side, ball in the middle of the field. They fake the handoff, go up the middle with the quarterback. Good hold for him, run through. Runs over Mason Vagley into the end zone for a touchdown, Cougars. Good for 24 yards. They're liking that play action there and running right up the middle of the field like that.
The announcer looked over at me and said, if that happens a third time, that's got to be a world record. Saying if Dom touches it again and scores. Offense playing good. Defense kind of on its heels right now. Got to see if we can get a stop next time defense is on the field.
Good snap, good hold. Kick is blocked. And it's not past the line of scrimmage. It's a live football, I thought. I guess it went past the line of scrimmage. So it's blocked. Big play there. PATs are huge. Special teams are huge. We talked about it every week, and that's going to take the Mandy McGuire Group scoreboard. Columbia 14, Breese Central 13, 141 remaining in the first quarter. Got word that they are listening live up at Aces Wild. Got a whole crew up there at Aces. So if you're at home and you want to listen with a bunch of other people, head on up to Aces Wild. Get signed up for that Queen of Hearts and the weekly and monthly giveaways. Jared, I expected a good game, but I don't know if I was expecting this.
Yeah, it's been a fun first quarter. Usually this year the Eagles' first quarter is not the prettiest, but, I mean, there's not much more you can ask for. Conference championship on the line. Teams fighting for home playoff games. Senior night. I mean, there's a lot that's going into tonight. So, yeah, it's been a real good one so far. Wish we could have video to give you guys, but
Central sends it deep. Going to be caught this time by Wetzel. Goes through his hands. He's got to pick it up at the goal line. Now he's going to have to make something happen. He gets to the 10 and gets brought down. So,
all right, Dom, 90-yarder now.
Could have been worse, but at least we get to the 10, 12-yard line. Gets it to the 12 officially as a Cougar comes running off the field and lays down on the sideline right away. So we'll see if we're able to look like number 21, Carter Dean, I'm going to say. Looks to be slow on the play. So the Eagles starting at their own 12, 1:31 remaining in the first quarter. They're going to go tight end right is Hicks, sniffer back right is Wyke. Vaguely hands it off this time to Cameron Janik. He gets 3, brings up a 2nd and 7 with a little bit of a sarcastic clap from the Central grandstands. Going to be doubles to the left side. They're going to change it into trips. Trips left. Hudson Bryant comes to the right side. Dalton Rainwater split out by himself. Vagley takes a snap, goes through his hands. He's going to have to make something happen. He makes two-man miss, gets brought down. Loss of one on the play. Had two guys dive over the top of him. A little bit of confusion there on the Eagles' offense. Brings up a 3rd and 8, 37 seconds on the play clock, 25 on the game clock. We will have to run a play.
Central's fans get into it, up on their feet, making some noise.
It'd be nice if the Eagles fans would do that sometimes.
Yeah, no kidding.
Trips to the left side, running back left. 4 down linemen for the Cougars. Vagley's going to roll to the left. Fakes the hitch route. He's going to sling it deep. He's got Mason, but it goes out of bounds and incomplete. Brings up a 4th and 7. So Eagles are going to be forced to punt, the first punt of the night. Here as the offenses have been clicking. That time the Eagles offense sputtered. This is where a good thing, you got your quarterback as your punter. Reverman standing at the 50, Vagley standing at the 1. Looks like they bring pressure up the middle. High snap, brought down. Vagley gets it off. It's going to bounce at the 44. Give an Eagle bounce, and it's going to be picked up by Reverman, who's going to get lost on the play.
Is that Rainwater?
Rainwater is on the tackle. I guess he stepped out of bounds right there because it looked like it was about 2 yards back farther where he got tackled. But Cougars are going to take over nonetheless at their own 42, 2.9 seconds to go. In the first quarter, doubles to the left side, ball on the right hash. Sniffer back to the left, running back left. They're going to roll to the left side, setting up. They're wanting to go deep. They do go deep. It's going to be caught, and it's going to be fumbled. Picked up by Mason Vagley. He's got a wall of blockers in front of him. He makes one-man miss. Eagles have got to make some blocks now. He's going to be brought down at the 31.
And that wide receiver is saying it was incomplete, but no, that ball was caught, and Don Vagley ripped the ball out. That should be Eagle ball. And it looks like it's going to be.
Do. So, entertaining first quarter. Eagles and Cougars are in a close one here. Cahokia Conference matchup, Cahokia Conference Championship on the line here in Breese. We're going to head to a break, and we will be back with the second quarter from Breese Central right after this. Welcome back to Cahokia Conference matchup where the Eagles lead the Cougars 14-13 as we start this second quarter. Tight end right, sniffer back right. We fake the handoff to the right. Vagley keeps it himself after showing it to Janik. He's going to gain 3. Nothing special. That was a little bit of a long, slow, drawn-out play there, Jared.
Yeah, and I think Dom's trying to read something there. So he's still debating on if he wants to give it or keep it. And I think he did a good job of keeping it there. I think he saw that DN closing in on Cam Janik and decided to take it right up the middle and gain a good 3 yards. And that's what you want on first down. If you can get three or more yards on first down, that's always a plus.
Empty backfield. We fake the handoff to Wyke. Vagley keeps it himself, goes up the middle, gets 5, and brings up a manageable 3rd and 2 Empty backfield that time for the Eagles as they ran that jet motion. Central really takes away that jet whenever you show motion with that safety diving down.
Yeah, you can take advantage of that late in the game if you see what you like.
3rd and 2, send a motion man. Nope. Hard count. Wyke was your up back. He was the motion man. Vagley is now going to move Cameron Janik to a pistol back. He takes the snap, hands the ball off. I didn't know if it was a fake or not. He's got a first down, good for 5 yards, and another positive play there for the Eagles.
Good hard running there by Janik, too. He saw that there was really no corner out here. Dalton Rainwater was kind of playing as a what's that called, a squeeze kind of, right next to the left tackle. It's a great job of Janik getting outside and picking up a first down. Looks like now we're going to go just Don Bagley in the backfield. He's going to get the snap. He's going to get about 10 yards. He's going to keep going down the right sideline. And
good for about 30 yards.
My goodness.
So the Eagles 3rd and 2, able to convert, get the 1st and 10, get a big run by Vagley, and he's going to take it to the 22 now. Talk about switching the field around there, Dom.
And it's almost scarier when he's back there by himself because, I mean, he could pick any way he wants to go. And if he's got 2 or 3 lead blockers in front of him with his vision and his great feet that he has.
Central fans trying to get into it. I think Vagley's taking a breath right now as there's 10 seconds on the play clock. Tight end right, sniffer back right. They fake the handoff to the right side. He tries to jump back to the left. He's able to get 2 or 3. I believe that was number 62. It was Cole Cap. 5'11", 255. Once he got into the bear paws there, Dom wasn't getting away.
Looks like Janik checks out. Bryant checks in as Hicks also goes out. Looks like the other Janik comes in. That would be Nick Janik.
Doubles for the Eagles. 4 down linemen for the Cougars. 2nd and 7. They fake the motion with Wyke. He runs back to the other side of the field. Vagley tucks it, and he's going to run.
Fumble.
He fumbles it on the play.
He got it back.
I think he fell on it, and he did. Got back to the original line of scrimmage. I kind of like that play right there. They faked the jet motion with Wyke, caused that safety to dive down hard. You look over the top, you might have something going for you. 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9 we'll call it now. 9:09 in the second quarter. Central fans getting into it.
It's always a great atmosphere coming here, though. Their fans are always into it.
Double stack to the left side. Mason Vagley is your quarterback. It's going to be a double pass to Vagley. He's got somebody deep. It looks like Hicks. Jump ball, and it's incomplete. Penalty flag on the play.
That ball's got to be caught.
That ball needs to be caught.
Mason threw the ball over here to Dom Vagley, and I don't even think I noticed that. Having Dom Vagley out here as a wide receiver, Mason, we ran that, and I don't remember what week it was, 4 or 5.
Penalty is picked up. Going to be a 3rd and 9 still again. Think you got to take a field goal here or what? You're kind of kicking the wind a little bit with you. He's going to be kicking from the right hash, so he's going to have to pull it. Going to be good from 48 yards. 38, no, I'm sorry, 38. 38-yard attempt for Vagley. All starts with the snap. Good snap, good hold, kick is up. And I think he kicked it straight ahead, didn't pull it enough as it falls wide right. So a good stop there by the Cougars defense, and I think, Jared, I'm with you. That ball needed to be caught in the end zone.
Yeah, the ball was kind of perfect, I would say. You had 6'5" Carter Hicks in the end zone. I think the closest defensive back to him was 3-4 yards away from him. He had to kind of jump for it, but incomplete pass, and that would have been nice to get some more points there on the board. Even getting that field goal would have been nice, but now you got to play some defense and try to get another stop, force another turnover.
So that last drive that the Cougars had, remember, was a completion and fumbled right away. And the Eagles were able to recover it with Mason Vagley, and that was at the end of the first quarter. So first time that the Cougars offense has come out in the second quarter. Officials calling timeout on the field right now. Central is going to start at their own 20-yard line, 8:36 remaining in the first half. And they're going to move the ball to the middle of the field, it looks like. I've never seen that happen before, especially from a side judge.
And when the play is about ready to happen already. Everybody was set, and the ref went over there and picked up the ball. And now it looks like they're moving it back.
I wonder if Central gets to decide where they want it. So now with all that going on, they brought Kenningstein in for the Eagles. Maddox Steffen comes off. 8:36, ball at the 20-yard line for the Cougars. Tight end left, sniffer back right. Going to be a rollout to the right side. They're going to look deep. Quarterback's going to tuck it, get maybe to the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be on the ground again. And going to be recovered by the Cougars, according to the white hat. That was a big collision there for a slow developing play. Just rolled out to the right side.
Yeah, that quarterback kind of put his head down a little bit. And I don't think Schnabel, who made that tackle, I don't think he was ready for that quarterback to make a big hit like that. But only a gain of 1, brings up 2nd and 9. See if the Eagles can get a stop. You love that on first down.
Quarterback's going to fake the handoff, keep it himself this time. Schnabel's going to be the one making the tackle. Joe Kish was in the backfield. Good 4-6 and brings up a 3rd and 4. And Jared, I don't know if they've had a long third down yet.
Yeah, that one third down, they got to a 4th and inches, and they gave 25 that Wildcat option again. So we'll see what Coach Short's got drawn up here.
7:30 remaining in the first half now. I don't think we've been able to stop number 25, that big frame of 6'2", 230. Going to be quarterback keep this time.
Hold.
Schnabel's got him in the backfield, and he's going to get away, but brought down by number 12, Dominic Vagley. Gain of 1 brings up a 4th down and 3.
Schnabel got held so bad right there. He would have made that play right at the line of scrimmage, but he couldn't because he was being held.
Huge drive there by the Eagles D, forcing a punt, allegedly. You might have to watch the football here as much as they can. 25's your punter.
Yeah, he
As
could
strong
put his,
of a runner
yeah,
as
he
he
could
is.
put his head down and just pick up a first down. So that up defensive line's got to be ready for the watch the ball, and they are going to punt it.
It is going to be a punt. Goes straight up in the air. Get out of the way if you're the Eagles. Bounces at the 43. Gives a good central bounce to the 35, which is where the Eagles will take over. 35-yard line, 6:24. Eagles offense has showed that they can move the football. Just need to take advantage and capitalize, I guess, would be a good word.
Yeah, after those first 2 plays on offense, we had 2 touchdowns, but we've got a little bit going. Got Janik on a couple good runs. We tried throwing a deep ball to Hicks, trying to get a couple more guys involved and not just number 12, which is what I like to see.
Going to be a straight handoff with Janik. He gets hit at the line of scrimmage, keeps his feet moving, gains 4, 2nd and 6. Chase Lewis in on the tackle.
And I feel like every game we've seen Janik, he's steadily gotten better over the years went on. He had that fumble against East Saltwood River, which we all have our mistakes, and especially that was a crucial part of the game. But he's steadily gotten better over this time of the season.
Empty backfield there.
Is there going to be not enough on
False start on the Eagles. I didn't see that. Doesn't matter what I see. 11. 2nd and 11, 5:50 remaining in the first half. Eagles lead this one 14-13. Same formation, empty backfield, tight end right, sniffer back right. Vagley's going to run it to the right. Everyone crashes hard. And Vagley's going to gain 2, 3rd and 9. Cole Cap, we've heard his name a bunch.
And having those false starts and penalties, that can really kind of kill your offense. I mean, you've had a lot of momentum kind of every time you get the ball, whether it be a turnover. I know they scored on 2 drives as well, but then you block a extra point, which keeps you the lead. So it's a big 3rd down on offense here.
Trips to the right side. Vaguely looks right. He's going to tuck it and run. He's got up the middle. He's going to have to make a linebacker miss. He does.
Good block,
He's
Rainwater.
got first down. Good job, Dalton Rainwater.
Yes,
Vaguely
sir!
40, 30, 20, 10. He's getting chased from behind. End zone. Eagles touchdown once again. Dom Vaguely. Good for 63 yards on a huge 3rd and 9 play. That's what we needed.
Oh, my goodness. I stood up for that one, Alex.
We need one of those cameras up here just on you.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. We really need video on this week. You guys would have your mouth so. Oh, my gosh. That was awesome.
Vaguely currently bent over the kicking block. He had to make that linebacker miss at about the first down marker.
And Rainwater put a good block on this corner out here. Just to get in his way to give Dom a little more time. And Dom's got his hands on his hips before he kicks this one.
Low snap picked up by Wetzel, and the kick is up and good. So, another big run by Vaguely on that 3rd and 9. And that takes the Mandy McGuire Group scoreboard with 4:49 remaining in the first half. Columbia 21, Breese Central 13, and Dom Vaguely getting closer and closer to that 1,000-yard rushing out of the quarterback position. We're going to run to a break, and we will be back with the rest of the first half from Breese Central right after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, where the Eagles lead the Cougars 21-13. Alex Schlemmer and Jared Germain live from Breese as Dom Vaguely goes 63 yards, I believe it was, for the touchdown. And now he does the kicking duties from right to left, sends it deep, and it's going to be caught at the 1. They're going to fake the reverse. They're running right at us. Ben Scott here once again, another big week on kick return for him, as he gets the tackle out of bounds at the 21, which is where the Central Cougars will take over. And, Jared, if you're looking at the Central, we'll talk about the Eagles' defense. If you get a big stop right here, you still have all 3 timeouts, 4:40 remaining in the first half. You get a stop right now, maybe give yourself a chance at scoring again, because Central is going to get the ball in the second half.
Yeah, you just got to rely on your defense here. This is a big stop because, you know, if they score, though, they might go for 2 to try to tie it up. Might be too early to say, but, yeah, big stop right here would be really nice.
Going to be a pass play, and it's going to go incomplete off the hands of the intended receiver, Dawson Cupper, number 88. I believe he was the tight end or sniffer back position. 2nd and 10. That play only took 5 seconds. So now I could see Coach Horner, though, being a little bit more conservative here. You know, I'm aggressive, and I'm saying burn all those timeouts, and He talked about clock management in that Holton Meets Coach's Corner, so that's what they're going to do. Pass play once again. Hitches once again. Good job on a break there. Zach Wetzel, incomplete. 3rd and 10 now.
And I don't know why they're kind of going away from what was killing us the first 2 drives.
Pressing a little bit.
Yeah, they would. I mean, that quarterback was getting 4 or 5 yards of carry. Now they're trying to chuck it all over the field since they're losing, but I mean, there's a lot of time left in this football game, so you just go back to your basics and do what got you here in this position.
This sideline now is quiet. Trips to the left side. Quarterback takes a snap, looks left. Now he's going to throw right. He throws a jump ball, and it's going to go incomplete.
Oh, come on.
On a very ticky-tack call for Peyton Andrews. I did not see any contact whatsoever.
Yeah, I look over to my right. I see Coach Stump. Not very happy about it either.
That is a tough call for Peyton Andrews. Wow.
He's in the right spot, too.
That's 15 yards and a first down, and oh, man. I think that's two guys going for the football. I don't see any pass interference there at all.
Clinton County, man. You can't escape Clinton County.
Good defense there by Peyton Andrews. Officials give the pass interference, so the Eagles are going to have 1st and 10 now on the defensive side of the ball. They're going to throw it again. Quarterback tucks it. He finds number 25 on a little check down. Good for 10 yards. Maddox Steffen on the tackle.
It's a lucky tackle there because I think he's getting another 10, 15 yards there with a full head of steam. Great job to wrap up the ankles, wrap up the knees, make a good tackle. And that's another first down, though, so now they got a little that flag gives them a lot of motivation and keeps their drive alive. And now the Eagles are on their heels again. 4 minutes left now on the scoreboard.
Hand the ball off this time to the right side. Good hole. Quarterback hands it off to the running back who keeps his feet moving. Finally brought down by Mason Vagley. Peyton Andrews had a shot at making a tackle, but was unable to.
And that's what I thought they would get back at doing to begin this drive, because we couldn't really stop it in the first 2 drives that they had the ball. And they just gave him a first down on that? Dude, what was that spot?
It just went from a 2nd and 1 to a 1st and 10 for the Cougars, 3:47 in the
Still
first half.
says second down on this place, man.
They're going to hand the ball off to the right side. Missed tackle in the backfield. Good for 6. Like you said, Jared, they throw, incomplete. Put it back on the ground. Get back to what you're used to doing. Kenningstein comes on. Maddox Steffen comes off. 2nd down, and 4. Eagles lead this one, 21-13. Cahokia Conference Championship on the line. Breese Central with the win is the outright champ. Eagles are trying to force a all-tie conference race. Big game in East Alton with the Oilers and the Shells of Roxana. Fake the handoff, quarterback up the middle, runs right in to Joe Kish, and good job, Joe, making the tackle. Gain of 3, 3rd and 1, 2:53.
Gosh. All going back to that pass interference, man. It's just – see, yeah, then they punt it. You get the ball back with still 4 minutes left with 3 timeouts. Coach Horner's good at clock management and his play calling of getting the ball down the field and getting a couple more points before halftime, but –
3rd and 1. Quarterback's going to take it, hand the ball off. He's going to try to run a stretch.
Attaboy,
Kenningstein gets him in his grips, slings him out of bounds.
Still gonna have
good
it.
for 2, but minimizes the damage.
Great hustle there by Kenningstein to fly all the way down the line and just get a hand on him. Slow him down, grab him by his jersey. Inching at 2 minutes now. And Central looks like they're going to take a little bit of time. I could see them calling a timeout here pretty soon if they pick up one more first down.
Pass play. It's going to be a screen. It's going to be knocked down by Kenningstein.
You look like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Kenningstein, number 73, coming in at 6'2", 285. Got some ups. He knocks down what would have been the screen pass. but instead incomplete. 2:18, 2nd and 10 for the Cougars. Offense has been able to do what they wanted to for the most part tonight.
What if he would have one-hand snagged that thing?
4 down linemen for the Eagles, 1 linebackers. Going to roll to the left side. They're going to look across the middle of the field. Going to be caught as number 13, Reverman, gets in front of Vaguely. Good for about 18 yards and a first down, brought down outside of the 10-yard line.
And they kept going back at him ever since he fumbled. Top receiver on the year. Probably has, I would say, based on our conference, he might have the most catches and yards from a wide receiver this year.
So they're going to fake the handoff up the middle with the quarterback. Good job there, Carter Hicks. Make the tackle in the backfield, maybe a gain on 1. Good job by Carter making that tackle, though.
With 1:40 left, now I could see Central calling the timeout here soon, talk it over, just so they can get this game a little closer and maybe even tie it up.
1:26 remaining in the first half.
They are taking their time, though. Going to have 2 receivers out to the left. Tight end right, sniffer back left. Quarterback's going to give the ball to the right, to the running back. He's going to get up to the 5-yard line. He's going to get close to the goal line, fighting at the goal line. Refs running in.
Down.
No call yet. Yep, they're going to have him short of the goal line. Will be a first down. First and goal for the Cougars. It's probably on the half-inch line.
I'm going to say number 25 or number 25 getting the ball here.
Yeah, I'd go with 25. Or 20. I mean, yeah, 25 is pretty good.
And they're going to let the clock run down here. 15 seconds on the play clock, 40 on the game clock.
And they're going to call a timeout.
And they do with 30 seconds to go in the first half. Big play here for Central. Try to get into the end zone and tie it up going into halftime. When we get into the Century 21 halftime show, we will try to find you a score of the Roxana Shells and East Alton Oilers game. Like I said, 1 tie, all tie in the Coquia Conference. So, Jared, I think if you're Central, don't try to do anything special here.
No, I mean, I'd go like what they scored with 25 on the left side of the field. I just put him back there, a Wildcat, and if it doesn't work the first time, line back up, do it again. If it doesn't work third time, or that second time, line up, do it again. You still have, I believe they still have 2 timeouts, so you could see this play 2 or 3 times right here in the half-yard line.
So once again, this all goes back to that pass interference on 3rd and 10. We didn't see it. Doesn't matter what we saw, but number 25's in the backfield. I think we're going to have 3 straight rushes with this one guy here.
If they don't score on this first one.
Eagles up the line.
That's a
Scrimmage
false
false
start.
And
Yeah.
they call it. Good. Wow, that is huge. Now you got 1st and goal from the 6. That is a huge penalty there for Central.
I'm glad they called that. I didn't think he was going to call that.
It took him a while to get the flag out of there.
We both saw it. It was their first running back, and I guarantee he was just trying to get in there fast because you got 4 defensive linemen, and all the linebackers caving in. So now you're going to be in shotgun formation again with 25 as your up back. And, yeah, that's a savior right there. Let's get a stop now.
1st and goal from the 6. 30 seconds to go in the first half. Quarterback's going to hand it off. They're going to run to the right side. They're not going to get it. Gain of 2. Timeout for the Cougars. 23 seconds. That is their 2nd timeout. Huge stop there by the Eagles defense and Coach Germain. Keep drawing them up that way. Now what are you doing, Jared?
I think I'm going to single 13 up by himself. And put Zach Wetzel out there by himself, and I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna throw it. Yeah, I'm gonna throw it up to him. I mean, he's got what's he listed as on here? He's 6 foot 145, And you got Wetzel on here listed as 5'7", 160. So I think
5 inches on him.
Yeah, I think I'd throw it up to him. If it's incomplete, okay, your third down, clock doesn't run. And then I would think about putting 25 back there on third and fourth down if they can't get in the end zone on that second down.
So I'm going to run it here. Let the clock, if I get in the end zone, great. If not, I'm going to run it, let it go down, have your final play from the first half. And I think, too, if you run it, then you really know what you want to do on fourth down. I guess it'd be third down. So,
but if you do run it, you'll have to burn your final timeout to where here we're going to put 13 as a slot receiver over there, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Usually playing on the outside.
Eagles got 4 sacks last week. We need one now. Quarterback right up the middle, puts his head down. He keeps his feet moving, still fighting for it. No call, no whistle. They're going to call him short.
They're going to burn their last timeout here. With 15 seconds. What a stand by this Columbia defense right now inside the 3-yard line. Whew.
Pretty sure there was 13 seconds. Now I look back up, there's 15 seconds on the clock. 15.9. Eagles lead this one, 21-13 from Breese Central. We knew we were in for a good one, and it's lived up to the hype in this first half. We're going to head into that Century 21 halftime show, hopefully in the lead here. Central only have 1 yard to go before the end zone.
So
yeah, if you don't get in here, that's your half.
If they run the ball. If they throw the ball and it's incomplete, obviously the clock will stop, and they'll most likely kick a field goal, but they're going to put 25 at.
I don't like how we have guys split all the way on the outside. I'd get everybody in the middle. They're going to pass it.
Yep.
He throws it to the back of the end zone, and it is caught. So a touchdown for the Cougars. Good call there by Breese Central. I think Wetzel had 2 guys to cover right there, and Chase Lewis had to just read which way Wetzel went. If he went right, he threw left. Good play by Central.
Offense going to stay on the field here, try to tie the ball game up, and go for the 2-point conversion. They wanted the ball on the left hash. Got 2 receivers out here to the right, tight end right. Quarterback's going to get the snap. He's going to roll right. He sees an opening. He's going to take it. He's going to be into the end zone. All because of that pass interference call.
So that takes it now on the Mandy McGuire Group scoreboard. Columbia 21, Breese Central 21. 10 seconds to go in the first half before the halftime show. And like you said, Jared, all one call. And Central's offense, though, was able to keep moving it all night long.
And then early in that drive, they had, it was first down, they chucked it downfield and complete. Second down, same thing, incomplete. And third down it was 3rd and 10, and they threw that right side, down the right sideline to Reverman, and Peyton Andrews got called for a pass interference, which we didn't really agree with, but that resulted in them traveling all the way down the field, getting the ball in the half yard line. Then they had up back, jump off sides, move the ball back 5 yards, and they'd call 3 timeouts in those 3 plays, and it results in a Cougar touchdown. Now we have a tie ball game.
Central lining up to kick it deep. Only 10 seconds remaining in the first half. They send it deep. It's going to be caught by Hudson Bryan at the 10. He runs back to the 7. He tries to get up the middle of the field, makes a couple guys miss. And there are 8 Columbia Eagles guys there standing around, not blocking anybody. And that momentum has really shifted over to this sideline now. He was tackled by about 8 Cougars, and like I said, only 8 Eagles, not doing much of anything there.
I think you're giving the ball to Don Vagley here. I wouldn't even take a knee. You've seen what he can do with his feet tonight, and he must be feeling it, having one of those games.
You got nothing to lose. So Vagley's going to have it. Split outs, tight end right, sniffer back right. Running back to the left side. He's going to take the snap, hand it off. Nope, keep it. Vagley runs to the right side, going to get upfield, gain of 3. And that's going to do it. So at the end of the first half, that Amanda McGuire Group scoreboard reads Columbia 21, Breese Central Cougars 21. Cahokia Conference Championship on the line here from Breese Central. Cougars wanting to get the win to be outright champs for the second year in a row. Columbia wanting to be a spoiler and wanting to get their share of a conference championship. We're going to head into the Century 21 halftime show, and we will be back with the halftime show right after this. Welcome into the Century 21 halftime show presented by Century 21. Advantage from right in Columbia, Illinois. Linda Frederick's group running that. Eagles and Cougars 13:40 remaining in halftime. Tied score 21-21 on a game that's been back and forth. Much like this matchup that we've had, we've got these scores here from the last 22 years dating back to 2000. Columbia has the longest win streak of 7 wins in a row from 2017 to 2011. 2012. And then Central, their longest win streak is 3 games from 2011 to 2009, and they're trying to tie that tonight as they have won the last 2 matchups here. They have won 3 of the last 4, won the last 2, 20-0 last year, 18-12 the year before. And Jared, you look at this game, a close matchup, what we expected coming into the game, and in a good first half that was about as evenly matched as we could have asked for.
Yeah, I don't think I expected Dom to go to the house on the first 2 offensive plays, because last week, I mean, that's what we did in the first 2 offensive plays. But, yeah, our defense kind of on their heels, made a couple stops, made them punt, I think, once, and then had that big turnover forced by Dom Vagley. And then we should have had that last stop there on that pass interference that me and you both saw, but
we still won it.
Oh, yeah, I know. But overall, I think we haven't thrown the ball that much, but we really haven't had to. We've had to lead most of the game. So, I mean, just got to get stops.
And I'm not saying that the Eagles have really played a bad half because, I mean, obviously we haven't. We're still tied 21-21. But you look at offensively, you take away those couple drives there by Vagley, the big runs. Central's offense has really controlled the line of scrimmage and controlled the game. And they've had a pretty good offensive night tonight, and the Eagles just haven't really been able to put anything together and haven't been able to put a good drive together on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and looking forward, I know whenever we were playing East Altonwood River, knowing they had those 2 running backs that were running all over us all night. Now, if you think about going into overtime, you think about if you're wanting to win the game now before even if it has to go to overtime. So, because they got that big 25 back there, which from the 10-yard line, it might be tough to stop him. But from the Central standpoint, I mean, they haven't really been able to stop number 12, Dom Vagley. So, hopefully we come out and get a stop early, and get the ball in the end zone a couple times and get a 2-touchdown lead, which is what we really need right now.
And we had the opportunity to do it. You look at some of the other halftime scores. I saw one, and I heard the guys up here in the box talking about it. Freeburg and Salem, a 21-17 game at half. I believe they said
Salem was winning. Yeah.
Salem is winning that one. So that's the bottom of the bracket here.
I need to find that East Altonwood River score.
Bottom of the standings. Salem and Freeburg both 0-4. I guess Freeburg, they're trying to get into the playoffs. They're 3-4 on the year, so they're going to try to get 2 wins, give them 5, and at least an opportunity to get into the playoffs. Columbia coming in 5-2. If we can get to 7-2, you'd like to hope and think you can host a conference game in Breese Central, though they're still thinking the same thing. They're wanting to host a playoff game, so they're 6-1. If they can get to 8-1, I don't know who they play next week. I didn't see that. But if they can get to 8-1, you're pretty much going to host. So not that we're looking into Week 10 yet, but going to see how it all shapes out as Breese Central has their marching band out under 10 minutes to go in this halftime presented by Century 21. Let us know where you're listening from. Make sure you follow us on the Facebook. Follow us on YouTube. KCHS, if you need to look us up on YouTube, get all of our past streams, whether that be football, basketball, volleyball. They should all be on there. Any plays. If you would like to become a sponsor, we couldn't do it without our sponsors. So if you'd like to become a sponsor, contact the Columbia High School and Coach Horner, and he will tell you where to go.
Can't find a score.
We'll see if we can find one anywhere else. What were some other big games we had going on tonight? Do you know any off the top of your head?
I think you said East St. Louis and Edwardsville. Yep. Waterloo is playing Triad. I think that was 7-7 game. That's about all that I really know.
Waterloo, they've had was that last week they got beat pretty good by Highland?
That was last week. And they've kind of haven't had an up and down year, but they'll probably still. What's their record now?
I don't know. I'll be looking it up. I'm trying to get to the STL Today sports section here. What do you think the message is right now as Columbia goes all the way back to the locker room? Pretty good long run there for not only the players but the coaches as well. What's their message when they get back there?
I think you got to win the battle up front. They've kind of been kicking our butt up front tonight. On the defensive side, I feel like our D linemen are getting in the backfield a little bit. We're almost getting there too quick to where they're just running right past us, and we're having to have Logan Hicks and Don Vagley come up make some tackles. Schnabel, I know, has made a lot of tackles tonight on that defensive line, but I think you just got to win the up front battle. I think our athletes are making good plays right now. On that, going back on that run by Vagley on that third one. I mean, you had Dalton Rainwater making a great block out here. And if Carter Hicks would have caught that one in the end zone, we'd be sitting a lot prettier right now. But
that was a tough drop.
Yeah. I mean, it was right over his head. It hit his hands. But it's still a tie ball game, and you just got to look forward now and come out defense first. You got to get a stop. And I bet Central comes out and runs the ball like they did in that first half and tries to take control of this game.
So you talk about, hitting you in the hands, hit you in the bad spots. I was watching a TikTok today, and J.J. Watt walked up to a wide receiver, and he was all mad. He goes, "Man, what's wrong?" He goes, "I dropped the ball." He goes, "Oh, that happens. Keep your head up." He goes, "Did it hit you in the hands?" The receiver goes, "Yeah, I just dropped it." He goes, "Huh, that's your job description, bud."
Yeah.
So kind of funny and ironic.
Yeah, that was – as a wide receiver, first as a quarterback, you got to put it in the right spot, but – sometimes as a wide receiver, you're a good athlete to where you can make good adjustments on the ball. And I think he made a good adjustment on the ball. It was thrown really high, and he had to kind of get up for it. But if it hits your hands, you're known to catch it. So see if we can get him the ball downfield in the second half.
So we're sitting here live in the press box at Breese Central on the still natural surface field here. That's always in good condition. You never come down here and see a bad field. An awesome complex. They have redone their baseball and softball facilities as well, and I think they have a JV facility for baseball and softball. So Breese Central always doing good stuff.
Unless it's pouring. It could be a mud pit whenever it's pouring. I've played. I think it was my freshman year. We had a game here. And it literally rained from after school until like the next day. So it was a mud pit out there, and you couldn't even read our jerseys because it was just covered in black and brown. So
now, did you ever have to paint the eagle, or I guess you had turf there entire Columbia?
Yeah, I think I had turf the whole time. But I remember when I was little, as a water boy, I would go down there with Coach Touche and my dad and Coach Horner, and they were the ones that did all the lines, and they were the ones to paint the eagle in the middle of the field. So. I don't think they got enough props for that because, that's hard. You got 3 coaches going out there trying to paint an eagle in the middle of the field. But they did a good job of it.
So we got 5.5 minutes left in the Century 21 halftime show. We're going to head to a break. We will be back when there's 3 minutes to go as they extended a little bit longer for the teams to get stretched out. Columbia has their kickers and special teams guys coming out now to start kicking. So Columbia and Breese tied 21-21 here in Breese. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the Century 21 halftime show as both teams now make their way back out onto the field as Coach Stump and Coach Baker make their way back up into the booth. And Jared, pretty simple, you got 24 minutes remaining. Just got word from one of our listeners, so thank you for messaging us. We never looked at Max Preps. That was the one side I didn't go to. Roxana leading East Alton Wood River 21-13, so that would be a game that if Columbia is able to get a victory here tonight, they would be a share with Central. So, big game there, but we got to be able to take care of what we need to do as well.
Right? If they lose, because they're 6-1, so we would have a three-way share, right?
Well, that would give them two losses in the conference.
I guess you're right.
So if we win, we would be 4-1 with Breese Central.
All right.
Vaguely currently practicing 35-yard field, 45. Gosh dang, I can't do math right now. 45-yard field goals. So hopefully if the game gets to that tonight, we'll be able to take care of business. Columbia will be kicking off in this second half. Quick first half. I know you never make a pace of play comment, so hopefully I didn't just burn us there, but quick first half there.
I wonder what the longest high school game, because I remember a couple years ago
against Roxana.
Yeah, that, but I'm saying like overtime-wise, because I think a couple years ago, I think it was Mater Dei and I want to say Canton. I think they went into like 5 or 6 overtimes.
Well, after 2, you have to go for 2.
Yeah. And I think they were going for it, and they weren't getting it every time. So they would just score a touchdown and then stop the 2-point conversion, and it went back and forth.
So since when have they started going from the 10? Because I always thought they started like the 20 or the 25.
I think it's always been the 10.
Oh, I thought maybe it's college then. I don't know. They're all different. But college, it was like you started at the 20 or 25-yard line. So.
And NFL's got the worst rules of them all.
You think that'll ever change, or you think they'll keep it the way it is?
I want it to change. I just wish they'd get the ball at the 50, and it's just like college rules. But, I mean, those guys make a lot more money than we do, so.
Well, I would say this is your biggest drive of the game here coming up. Got a minute until kickoff for the second half. Columbia desperately needs to get a stop here.
And they got a lot of momentum going into halftime with that touchdown, tying the ball game up, getting that 2-point conversion. So, I mean, and whenever I went down there and went to the restroom, and there's a lot of Central fans here. I mean, the line was all the way almost back to the entrance. So, I bet the whole town's here at this game tonight because they know what's on the line and what's at stake for the Cougars and the Eagles tonight.
Well, this is always a game whenever you come into it. You know it's a hostile environment. You know that they're all going to be excited. And that's what we have here tonight. We're sitting up here in the press box. It's like you're in the fans right now, or you're in the stands. So always an exciting game. 15 seconds. Jared, what's your prediction here for that second half?
I think Eagles are going to come down here, and I think we're going to get a big turnover again. I think somebody's going to get a big sack, and they're going to have to throw the ball downfield, or somebody's going to make a big hit and a fumble. We haven't seen I don't think we've seen a pick six or a scoop and score yet this year, so we need a defensive score. I know Coach Jermaine was talking about that. Me and him were having a talk last week, and I think we've had a defensive score almost every year he's been coach, so it'd be nice to get one here in the second half and the biggest half of the game or of the year, I'd say, so far.
Well, thank you for joining for that Century 21 halftime show. Kickoff is going to be a reverse coming at us. Going to be a missed tackle this time. Ben Scott, though, is going to be there to make the tackle. And good job there by the Eagles, not falling for the reverse.
All right, Eagles.
So, Eagles needing to stop here. I think, like I said, this is going to be the biggest drive of the game here, or the second half. Central going to start over at their 21-yard line. You look at that Eagles sideline, the players are still standing at the 50-yard line. They're not even down near the line of scrimmage. They're still trying to figure out if they're still in halftime. 4 down linemen, handoff up the middle. Good job there, Cameron Janik getting in the backfield, making a tackle. And, Jared, that might be one of the first plays that really didn't gain anything.
Yeah, they were getting positive yards almost every play in that first half, except whenever running in with that quarterback, he was probably getting 5-6 yards of carry, and then 25. Anytime you give him the ball, he's going to get you positive yards as well.
2nd and 10, clock still running.
And that's what Coach Germain wants. Win first down. Now you force them to either throw the ball or
4-down lineman. Going to be a run to the left side with the quarterback. He's tucking. Tries to stretch it out. He has nowhere to go.
4 of them there.
Loss on the play. Sack on the play. Kenningstein and Logan Hicks on for the sack.
looks like Vaguely and Schnabel, too, came in for that big loss. Now you're in a 3rd and
13.
We'll call it 13. Great job there.
Number 17 or 13 rather.
13's slot receiver right here.
Okay, there I see him there.
Middle receiver. They're going to go trips to the right side.
Ball in the left hash, empty backfield. Look out for a screen. Trips to the right. Quarterback takes it. He's snapped. He's looking deep down the middle of the field. He chucks it deep. It's going to be incomplete. And no penalty this time. We'll take it 4th down for the Eagles.
And that's a makeup call right there.
He was all over him. Dom Vaguely on the defense. Exactly what the Eagles needed to do on defense. Good job, Coach G and Columbia D.
And there they had every single person running verts, and that quarterback took a shot, and defending, guess who? Don Vaguely was there to make a stop, so great job there on 4th down. Force a punt.
Have an opportunity to have good field position for the Eagles. Punt gets off, going to be recovered. Bounces at the Cougar 49. Vaguely doesn't pick it up anymore as it gets downed at the 45. Good job blocking there by, looks like Peyton Andrews.
Yeah, he drove that guy into the ground. He was a little slow to get up.
I think if that would have been one more big bounce, Vaguely was going to go picking it up,
Yep.
and it hugged the ground. So he smartly lets it go.
That's just what you needed, defense. Just what you needed.
So defense did their job. Offense, we need you to do yours now. Eagles are going to take over 10-11 in the 3rd quarter. Ball at their own 44-yard line. Vaguely's going to have running back to his right, Cameron Janik.
10-11, get it to 12.
Fake the handoff. Up the middle is Vaguely. He cuts back, goes back up the middle, keeps his feet moving. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
And now it looks like Coach Horner's going to slow this game down a little bit. Because any big play that the Cougars get, this place goes wild, even if they get only 5-6 yards.
Keep that momentum away.
Oh, yeah. Slow it down a little bit, get the fans out of it, get the players out of it. And just try to pick up some first downs and get something going here. And try to take that lead back.
Same formation, ball on the right hash, going from right to left. Going to hand the ball off this time to Janik, right up the middle. He's got 3. Gets you to a 3rd and 1. And into Cougar territory, ball at the Cougars, 47. We need the 46 for a first down. And run the same play.
Either that or you can do a little RPO with number 12. He's been probably had the game of his life from the rushing standpoint tonight, and I think you got to get him the ball here on 3rd down.
4-down linemen, 3 linebackers. Other linebackers stepping up to the line of scrimmage. They fake it to him. Vaguely's going to keep it. He tried to get outside, got to the line of scrimmage. He's going to be short, 4th and 1, back to the original line. I think you're going for it.
I think you do too.
Man, this is a big play now too. This is tough. If you punt it, you can pin them. If you go for it, you have to convert it here as you see Coach G walking down to Coach Horner. They don't need a headset. They're standing right on top of each other right now.
And it's getting loud here in Breese Central for this big 4th down play.
They fake the handoff,
Same
run it
play
to the
call.
right side. Vaguely puts his head down.
He got it.
He's going to get the first down. Good hard run by Dominic Vaguely.
I can almost guarantee you Coach Horner wanted to run something different there, and Coach G went over, run the same play. Just run the same dang play.
First down for the Eagles, 8-10. Ball on the Cougar, 45-yard line.
Hey, you're telling me Dom's not going to get a yard in 2 plays?
Coach
Great
Horner
job there.
calling out the play call. place is silent now. Had the stands rocking. Now it's quiet. 1st and 10. Single out receiver is going to be handed off to Janik. Did a great job running down, but it was almost like his body was going too fast. He gets 4. Brings up a 2nd and 6. 7:33. Ball on the 42-yard line. Ball game tied 21-21 in the 3rd quarter.
And this is what it feels like if you're Central. That's what it feels like playing against East Altonwood River. You get 3, 4, 3, 1, first down.
Tight end left is Hicks. Sniffer back left is Wyke. Running back Cameron Janik to the right.
Oh,
it's gonna go off of Wyke. Was the motion man. Now you need the defense once again. Cole Cap having himself a night on the return.
That's just a missed timing, and you had White going in motion from left to right. And right when the ball was snapped, White was standing right behind Logan Hicks there, and it just kind of bounced off his leg.
Now you got to make another stop on defense. 7:07. Cougars take over at their own 42-yard line. Doubles to the right side, running back right. They're going to roll to the right. Looking right here, about a 2-yard gain. What do you know, number 17 on the catch to Rickoff. Wyke and Wetzel on the tackle after a 4-yard gain. Central's just taking those quick routes there that Eagles have given them all night.
And I just don't understand. They come out on first down and they want to throw the ball. Keep running the ball. You've been getting 4 or 5 yards of carry all night long.
Same formation this time to the left side. Go with the hard count. Eagles don't jump. 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers. Man-to-man on the outside. They're going to run to the inside, though. Good hold for Central. Good for about 10 yards and a first down. Kish gets credit with the tackle. Now in Eagle territory at the 43-yard line. Central's going to keep same formation. Ball on the right hash. Number 84, Caden Rockers, your running back. They are going to fake it to him. Quarterback's keeping it. He goes up the middle, sniffed out by Logan Hicks.
Atta boy.
And Brendan Wyke, gain of 1.
Yeah, and Logan Hicks doesn't look like the biggest dude playing at a linebacker and a center, but, man, he comes up and he'll hit you. He just gets in that right spot at the right time. He knows how to hit those gaps, and like he did right there, he was able to beat the quarterback to that hole and only gain a yard out of that, so 2nd and 9.
Logan Hicks started the year as a wide receiver, moved to lineman.
Play clock at 4.
3, 2. They get it off. Hand the ball off right up the middle. Cameron Janik gets a little too far upfield.
And I looked
at 3rd and 4.
Cam Janik looked over at Coach G right after that play, and he gave him like the slant. He said, he's probably telling him to get upfield more because he got sucked too far downfield. Big 3rd down here. You would think they'd go for it on 4th. So see if we can get a fumble or a sack, push him back a little bit.
Going to be a pass play. They're going to throw it up. Wetzel's on defense. Ball goes
nice
up,
play.
And it is tipped by Wetzel at the 6. Good defense.
Oh, where's the flag? 3. Where's the flag?
Good defense there by Wetzel.
Oh, great defense.
And the Cougars are going to be bringing out the punt team. Watch the football here. This is a goofy area.
I'm confused why they're throwing that on 3rd and 3 though. Put 25 back there. He's gonna get you 3 yards in 2 plays. You would think.
I think he might get you 3 yards here. 4th down and 3. Cougars are going to fake it. Going to be a pass, and it's going to be converted. 1st and 10. Good for 5 yards. Ball out of bounds at the 30. Like I said, there was just something goofy right there. You knew they weren't punting. I think if you punt that ball too, I mean, let them punt it. If you're the Eagles, come up, defend the fake. So 1st and 10 now for Central. 4:30 remaining in the third quarter. Central's offense been able to control the game tonight, having themselves a good night. Doubles to the left side, handed off to the right, up the middle. Cameron Janik's in the backfield. He pulls him down from behind. Good job, Cameron Janik. Gain of maybe 1. 2nd and 9 for Central. Good play there by Cameron.
And I don't know why they keep trying to run the ball to the outside. I feel like they've been, and when they run the ball up the middle, they're getting 3, 4, or 5 yards of carry, and they went away from that like they did in the first 2 drives of this game. They're starting to chuck the ball around and try to run outside zones.
Pass again. They're going to look to the left side,
Pick
throw
that.
it up, and it's intercepted by Zach Wetzel.
Come on, Wetzel.
He's got a wall of blockers in front of him. He's going to go to the right side, bends it back in.
Let's go.
He's to the 30-yard line. Good play there, Zach Wetzel. Exactly what the Eagles needed.
I don't think quarterback saw him there either. He kind of sat there in the flat. Great job there by Wetzel. Great play call. And you had someone off that edge, too, coming at that quarterback that forced him to
set up,
kind of throw it on the run across his body, and Wetzel in the right spot at the right time. 2 great plays by Wetzel on that defensive drive.
Eagles take over from their own 32. 3:39 remaining in the third quarter. Tied score 21-all. Vaguely takes a snap, hands it off to Cameron Janik. He tries to get to the outside. One man misses, spins out of another tackle. Gain of 6, maybe 7. We're going to give it to him 7. 2nd down and 3.
This might be the best he's looked this year. Cam Janik making some great plays tonight in that running back position. Looking more elusive, and he lowers his shoulder.
Scary play there. Whenever you're doing a spin move, you got to know.
You got safety coming in, take your head off. And it looks like, look who's coming in. Is that Mason?
Mason Vaguely comes in. Cameron Janik goes off. You got 2 quarterbacks in the game right now for the Eagles.
Might hand it off to him. Looks like Mason's going to line up at quarterback.
Carter Hicks is questioning where to go. He figures it out. 5 seconds on the play clock.
Dom's playing running back right now.
Dom's your running back. They fake the handoff. They give it to him. He makes one man nearly miss. Loss of 3 on the play, and we haven't called out many negative plays for the Eagles tonight either.
I kind of like that play call, though. You put Dom at the running back position. You think he's getting the ball, and he did.
Mason comes off. Cameron Janik comes back on. Dalton Rainwater, wide receiver, comes over towards our side of the field. Eagles currently going right to left. 2:18 remaining in the game now.
Third and 6.
Quarter. Doubles to the right side, empty backfield. Tight end sniffer back to the right. Vaguely runs it to the right. Number 25 tries crashing the party. Gain of 5. We needed 6. Going to have to bring the punt team out.
Anytime you get a takeaway like that, you would love to get points out of it.
So 4th and 2. Not what you wanted there if you're Columbia. They're going to let the clock run a little bit more. Now you're under 1:30. 10 seconds on the play clock.
That was Wetzel's 3rd pick of the year, leading him the team in interceptions now.
Great snap. Great punt by Dominic Vaguely. That is a spiral. Check up if, did it
that
check up
bounced
in a good area?
Yeah, it did.
It did. Great punt by Dom Vaguely. Where are they running to?
That was...
They're saying it went out of bounds at the 22.
What a spiral. Wow.
I don't understand how they picked the 22. You don't even have an official back here telling them where to go.
Oh, now they're saying the 10.
Now he's at the 10.
Clinton County.
Really.
He just flipped the whole field there. And that ball turned over. That was better than some of Kendall's punts I've seen.
Good for 50-yard punt there by Vaguely.
Wow.
We were a little confused there. The first official set it at the 10. The other one went running up to the 20. But officially give it to him at the 10. 1:16 remaining in the third quarter. Eagles have everyone to the line of scrimmage. Hand the ball off. They try stretching it wide. Great job, Mason Vaguely running the volley.
Great job by Peyton Andrews to force it inside. Because if he doesn't force that inside, he's going to bust that to the outside, and he's going to try to get a first down and maybe a little more. But great job by Vagley to come up and make a great tackle. And Vagley Dom has kicked or punted the ball 14 times this year for a total of 496 yards, averaging 35 yards a punt. And that one, like you said, was a spiral turnover. And now they got the ball at the 10-yard line, so this is great field position for the Eagles.
Going to fake the handoff. Quarterback up the middle, runs right into the arms of Carter Hicks. Great job on the tackle. Logan Hicks in on the tackle as well, and that could end the third quarter here as there's 25 seconds. And that'll be 3rd and 8. I think if you're Central, you got to go into the quarter and talk about it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's going to happen. 10 seconds to go on the clock. Central doesn't seem to be moving anywhere. And they're going to take it into the end of the third quarter. All knotted up, 21-21. We will be back with the fourth quarter from Breese Central right after this. Welcome back to Breese Central, where we have a great game. Columbia 21, Breese Central 21. We get ready to start the fourth quarter. We'd like to thank Washies for supplying the boys with their pregame meal tonight. I believe they had chicken sandwiches or chicken wraps, one of the two, for their meal. So thank you to Washies in town for supplying the boys with dinner. 3rd and 8 to start off the fourth quarter. Maddox Steffen, Peyton Andrews, man-to-man out here. Empty backfield for the Cougars. Quarterback's looking this way down the middle of the field. He finds number 25, who catches the ball right down the middle of the field, and it's good for about 20 to the 35-yard line.
Dom kind of lit him up there. I don't think he saw Dom coming that way, but big first down there for the Cougars to keep this drive alive.
That was a big play, Central. We could have had the punt pretty much taken off from the end zone, but instead they get a little bit of breathing room. Eagles defense still on the field. 1st and 10 from the 37. Central taking their time. Doubles to the right side. Tight end left. Sniffer back right. Running back right. They're going to hand the ball off right up the middle.
Hicks.
Who do you think? Logan Hicks. Great tackle. Good physical tackle. Gain of 2.
And looks like someone slow to get up. Might be Hicks. Back on his feet, though. And something else playing Central. You always, especially late, you better swivel your head a little bit and look over your shoulder. It can get a little chippy out there. And I'm sure you know, going back in the day playing Central, if they're losing and it's late in the game, they don't care. They'll take some cheap shots. So you got to keep your head on a swivel and try to protect yourself. They're going to snap the ball. Quarterback's going to roll out to his left. He's going to sling it downfield to 13, but it's going to be incomplete. Don Vagley there.
Logan Hicks made the quarterback throw it a little sooner than he expected to and wanted to there.
And every time he's rolled out tonight, he's almost rolled out to the opposite side. So maybe he likes throwing across his body, but I can't think of many quarterbacks that like to do it or are very good at it, except Patrick Mahomes.
So
Third down now.
3rd and 8, 10:44. Eagles need another stop here. Trips to the left side, empty backfield. Carter Hicks trying to force it back in. It's going to go incomplete. Good job there, Dom Vagley. Good timing. So now Central's going to have to punt, I believe.
Oh, Breeze. I promise, Alex, I will not get into it with anybody this year.
In the 4th quarter, East Alton Wood River trails Roxana 21-19 as we're watching that scoreboard.
Two good games going down to the wire.
4th and 8 from their 39. Central in punt formation, and they will punt. Good punt, going to be caught by Vagley. No, he's going to let it bounce. It checks up, and it's going to go out at the 9.
I think Dom wanted to pick that one up there, and he didn't want the ball inside the 10-yard line, but a great punt, 2 great punts back to back, setting up great field position for the defensive sides of the ball. And now if you're Coach Horner, you just want to put together a good drive here, pick up 4 or 5 first downs to get downfield.
We haven't been able to do that much tonight.
First half, I think we got the ball down. I think we had like one good drive because, I mean, the first 2 times we touched it, we scored. But I think we had one good drive where we got down to about the 30 or the 35, and I think we got a couple penalties that backed us up, and then we went for it on 4th down, and we're not able to get it.
Empty backfield for Vagley. He runs to the right, puts a foot in the ground, gets back upfield. Gain of 4, maybe 5. Eagles starting at the 6-yard line, their own 6. 10-15 in the 4th quarter. They are going to give them 5, 2nd and 5 from the 11. I'd like to see Columbia put a drive together here. Haven't done it tonight.
I haven't heard Wyke's name a lot. See if we can get him in a little action, catching the ball out of the backfield.
Going to be a handoff to Janik. Looked like he was supposed to go to the right side, but he went left. Going to be a gain of 1, 3rd and 4. Vagley was looking to hand it off to the right. Janik went left and was able to come back to the right. 3rd and 4. Tight end right, Carter Hicks. Ball in the middle of the field. Brendan Wyke, your sniffer, back to the right side. Doubles to the right side. Empty backfield with Vagley. He's going to take the snap, run it to the right. He's going to cut back upfield, keeps his eyes downfield. He's got himself a first down. He's going to turn on the jets.
Baby.
He's got the
Go,
40.
Baby.
Keep the feet moving, Dom. He's got the 30. He's going to have one man. He's got to beat 20. 10, get in the end zone. Touchdown, Dom Vagley. Dominic Vagley, good from 88 yards. Touchdown, Dom Vagley. Have yourself a night, young man. Play that was running to the right side. Dom kept his feet and his eyes moving downfield and runs away from the rest.
Ooh. Oh, my goodness. Folks, welcome to the Dom Vagley Show.
I enjoy when he gets up to the kicking block for the PAT and he's
gotta
got to take a break.
breather.
He just kneels
I don't
down next
blame
to
him.
it. So, an important
What a
play
day.
right here. Under 10 seconds to go on the play clock. High snap, gets it down. Good job, Zach
job.
Wetzel. Gets it up, and it is good. That all starts right there with Zach Wetzel. Good job getting it down as he had to stand up to get it. So, that takes the Mandy McGuire Group scoreboard on a 3rd and 4. Dominic Vagley goes 88 yards. Mandy McGuire reads 9:03 on the clock, 28-21. Columbia leads it. And we wanted to put a drive together. We don't need to put a drive together if we can do that.
I stood up right when he reversed field, Alex. I knew he was gone right when he reversed field because there was one guy he had to beat, and he outran him. broke about 2 or 3 tackles. And that's definitely the one we wish you guys could see. That play was beautiful.
We might have to see if we can put some highlights together from the NFHS website or something. A lot of fun here tonight from Breese Central.
He's got to be getting close to that 1,000-yard rushing.
Oh, he's at over 230 yards rushing tonight. He's at 230 yards and touchdown runs, I think.
What is that, 4 rushing touchdowns tonight? He's got all 4 of them.
Does he?
Yeah.
Didn't we have a water up here? Thank you, sir.
I still got my ski. You're good. And Dom taking all the time he can to walk out to the kicking block, take a little breather.
He is pitching for the Red Scout team this summer, and it was kind of neat. Last week, one of the biggest tournaments in the country happened down in Florida. And the Red Scout team said he can do it all. 3 shutout innings, I think it was, in Florida. Comes home, does a great game in the homecoming game. I think he was homecoming queen last week. He comes back, and we're going to set it up to kick now. Going left or right.
And it just died again here in Breese Central. It is quiet.
Good kick, going to be caught at the 8-yard line. They're going to run towards us. They fake the reverse.
Mason,
good job, Mason Vagley. Make a tackle at the 10. He comes up empty. Now it's going to have to be number 11 for the Eagles. No, he keeps his feet moving. Ben Scott's able to come make the tackle, as Nick Janik had a shot at a tackle, but they get it all the way back to the 27-yard line.
And I have a feeling, I don't know if they will, I might be wrong here, but I could see Central panicking here and wanting to throw the ball around a little more. But if I were them, I would
keep it on the ground.
Keep running the ball. Try to get downfield, and then maybe you can take your shot inside the red zone, but I would definitely keep running the ball now.
Hand the ball off up the middle. They're going to bend it to the outside. Carter Hicks is going to have to make a tackle, and he does.
Good hustle,
Good job there by Carter. He got sucked in a little bit, but he was able to recover. And he makes the tackle, but it's good for about 20. And first down, Central.
And they've had a couple plays like that where they get a big play on first down, and then they'll throw the ball on this first down, and then they'll throw it again, and then they'll have a 3rd and 10 just like that with only 5 seconds off the clock. So we'll see if they call something different here after picking up a big first down there.
I thought he stayed in bounds on the tackle, but they marked him as out of bounds. 8:41 remaining in the 4th quarter. Eagles lead at 28-21. They're going to run to the left side. Good job forcing it in. Peyton Andrews. We lose contain. Mason Schnabel tackles, but it's good for another 11 yards and a first down.
Shouldn't that clock be running?
It should be started now because the ball's moved, the chains are set. He was tackled in bounds, too.
Still not there. Finally.
There we go.
That's still 10 seconds, though. Like,
so they're going to send another wide receiver out. Trips to the right side. Ball on the left hash. Approaching 8 minutes to go. Empty backfield. Tight end left. Sniffer back right. Ball at the Eagles' 40-yard line. Quarterback right up the middle. Good job there, Joe Kish. Nearly made the tackle in the backfield. Quarterback keeps his feet moving and gains 5. They're going to give him 6. 2nd and 4.
7:45 left now in this ball game, and you're just asking for Coach Germain and his defense just to get one stop.
Same formation, same play, right up the middle again. This time, Logan Hicks making the tackle in the backfield.
Uh-oh. Joe Kish is down.
If you need your defensive line to make a play right now, this is it. 3rd down and 3.
And they'll most likely go for it. So you got two big plays here. As Stefan checks out, looks like they're going to bring another big boy in. That's Mason Schnabel. So they're going to have that 4-man front.
4 down linemen. This is the one time you need that defensive line to do something special.
Watch the ball. Good job.
Hard count. Nothing going. Looks like they're going to bring Wyke on a blitz from the outside.
Come on,
He's
Canning
coming
Stein.
up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to hand it off right up the middle, and that's where they're going to go.
Dang it.
Get the first down. Gain of 5. First and 10, under 7 minutes to go now. First and 10, ball at the Eagles' 28-yard line. Central really controlling the clock here tonight, and they've done it all night.
It's because we score in 1 or 2 plays.
Good point. Same formation, doubles to the right side, running back right up the middle. He's going to try to bend to the outside. He can't do it because Joe Kish grabs on and holds on to him. Right back to the line of scrimmage for Rockers and nothing going.
Complain.
6:15 now, no gain, second and 10.
Come on, defense. This is what you want now. 2nd and 10. Get it into a good 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 here.
East Alton's taking the lead, 27-21 over Roxana. Doubles to the right side. Trips to the right side. Trips right, ball on the left hash, sniffer back right.
You're going to have to burn one.
And Breeze is going to burn one. And we will burn one too. We are going to head to a break, and we will be back with the final 5:46 from Breeze. Eagles lead it 28-21. Welcome back to KCHS. Eagles and Cougars in a tight one, 28-21.
Any more, Alex?
5:46. I told Jared in the break, I said, you'll be standing up in no time. He said, you're right, I will be. Trips to the right side. Quarterback's going to tuck it. He's going to go up the middle. Logan Hicks nearly gets a sack, but forward momentum, gain of 6, 3rd and 4. 4 down territory here for the Cougars. Coach G and Coach Amsden, you need 2 stops right here.
Looks like they're checking in Schnabel again. Bring that 4-man front back in. See if we can get a push on that front line and have a linebacker come in on a blitz and make a big play here to make it a crucial 4th down. This is a big play.
Empty backfield, doubles to the right side. Sniffer back left. They're going to run to the left. They're going to run into the arms of Joe Kish. Have yourself a night, young man. Gain of 1, 4th down and 2. Need one more stop out of the Eagles' defensive line. Now, I'll give Central credit. They've done everything tonight on these short yard gains. They've thrown the ball. They've ran the ball. So Coach G's got to stop it all here. When we thought they were going to run, they threw. When we thought they were going to throw, they ran. Need one stop. This could be your ball game here. 4:30. Doubles, trips to the right side. Empty backfield. Quarterback's going to throw it. Going to find a little snag route. He's going to be open. He's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
Funny how they change so quick, all these fans. We've seen one extra point block tonight. No way they're going for 2. Take the lead. Why not?
Why not? You got a field goal kicker in Don Vegley, though, so never over here. So Central scores, takes the score on the Mandy McGuire Group scoreboard. Currently sits with 4:17 remaining, 28-27. They're going for 2. Doubles to the right side, sniffer back right, running back right. Rolling out to the right side, number 17 tries to bend back in. Quarterback's got to tuck it. He's going to keep his feet moving. He's not going to get in. Good stop there, Eagles defense. Good stop, Eagles defense. They maintain the lead, 28-27. Silences this sideline. Eagles get the stop, 28-27. And it's not over yet.
I got to calm my nerves.
You have 2 timeouts if you're Central. Columbia has all 3. Now you start thinking, do you go for an onside kick?
I think it's still way too early.
Kick it deep?
Yeah,
Right.
kick it deep. I think you have 2
You've
timeouts.
shown that you can stop the Eagles' offense.
Yes,
too.
exactly. So I think you kick it deep. You still have 2 timeouts. 4 minutes is a lot of time. And I know we're probably going to run the ball almost every time on this drive, but you just got to remember to tell Don Bagley and Janik and whoever's getting that ball, you better cover that ball up. Do not fumble in this point of the game.
Quick shout out to the Eagles soccer team as they beat Jabot 2-1 regional championship game. So the Eagles with 1 big victory on the soccer field, becoming regional champs 2-1 over Jabot. Eagles football trying to do the same thing, and they're going to overload this side. Looks like we are going to have an onside kick. Hope your hands team's out there, Coach G. White's moving up now as he notices it. See what happens. Good kick there.
Come on,
Gets
Ben
the
Scott.
big bounce. Ben Scott's got to catch
Scott,
it, and
let's
he
go.
does. High points the football. Great job, Ben Scott. Ben showing the ups right there, and he catches the ball at the 45-yard
big
line.
play there. I love that for him, man. That's a crucial point. And you know Coach Kendall's going to tell him all about that over there. That's awesome. Wow. I was a little nervous because he's not one of those wide receivers that's –
Sure-handed.
but he went up a high point of that ball. It took a hit, too. Great job to hang on to it. Whew. All right, Eagles. 4 minutes. 4 minutes and a touchdown. That's all we need.
Doubles here. Brendan Weich's pretty far back. He's going to be your motion man if I had to guess. He is. They fake it to him. Quarterback Don Bagley keeps it. He goes up the middle, puts on the brakes, keeps the feet moving, though. He's going to gain 2. Give him 3, 2nd and 7.
And you don't call your timeouts yet if you're Breese Central, especially if they're getting 4 or 5 yards on first down. You don't want to burn that timeout. You want to get maybe 2-yard gain if you're on the defensive side. Bring up like a 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9. Then you can burn your timeout. But that Dom got 4 yards.
Eagles are going to let the play clock go all the way down as far as they can. 3:40 remaining. They lead this one 28-27. Empty backfield, tight end left. Hicks, sniffer back left. Brendan White doubles to the left side, ball on the right hash. Vaguely with the empty backfield. He runs it, just quarterback keep to the left.
There you go.
He's going to gain 4, 3rd down and 2. And now Central is going to call a timeout. 3:23 remaining in the ball game.
I'm sweating, Alex. I'm sweating.
Timeout Central. We can go back outside if you want to. Coach Baker and Coach Stump sitting right next to us, and I don't think they've moved tonight.
Except on that pass interference that was called.
Knew we were in for a good one here, and that's what we got. Thank you all for listening on KCHS. Make sure you like and subscribe to all of our pages so you get the notifications. The Holton Meets Coach's Corner comes to you on Thursday nights on Spotify. Inside the Nest, if you search that. We'll talk with all coaches every week, as many as we can, I guess you should say. Whoever's available. A lot of them are doing dad duties, so
and grandpa duties.
Yeah, and grandpa duties. Yeah, last week when we did the show, I could hear a baby in the background, and everyone's microphones were muted. I couldn't figure it out, and then I realized Coach G was the one talking. Grandpa Jermaine, yeah. So the Eagles coming out 3rd and 2. I think if I'm Breese Central, I'm going to be blitzing, and you got to be smart here if you're the Columbia lineman. You got to know who you're going to pick up and who you're going to let go.
So say we don't get it. Do we go for it, or you pin them deep?
I'm punting. Do you do a hard count right here?
Yes.
You know that Breeze is going to be amped up.
Yes.
Let's see if Coach Horner wants to do it. We haven't done it tonight. We're not going to. Brendan Weich's your lead back. Don Bagley puts his shoulder down, gets the first down there for the Columbia Eagles. He needed 2. He got 2 yards and 1 foot. 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
That's huge. Clock is going to tick. Yeah, and I think them only having, 1 timeout left. If you get one more first down, you can run that clock down almost every play. So you need one first down here.
Eagles are going to do doubles to the left side, ball on the right hash, tight end left, sniffer back left.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Let the clock run down under 2:50 now. Fake it to the left side. They run it to the right with Vaguely. He keeps his feet moving. He's to the 40. He's to the 35. Nearly gets more yardage. He's got another first down, though. 2:37 remaining in the ball game. Ball at the Central 32. Columbia leads at 28-27. Eagles doing a great job now when we need to manage the clock. Doing it now. Coach Horner said he wanted to in that Holton Meets Coach's Corner. Now when you need to, you got to get it done.
And they only got one timeout left, and you're already at this. By the time this plays over, you'll be at under 2 minutes.
Doubles to the left side. Same formation we're going to call it. This time we're going to run it to the left. Vaguely's going to have to stay in bounds as he takes it wide. He's to the 25. He goes down.
Stays in bounds.
Second down and maybe 1. We are under 2 minutes now. Second down and 2.
Just hold on to that ball. And all we've seen this drive is Don Vaguely to the left, Don Vaguely to the right.
And Don Vaguely, hands on his hips. He's worn out.
Oh, you wouldn't be? You wouldn't be?
You almost got to think about handing the ball off now. You don't want him being tired and making a mistake just from being worn out. You only need 2 yards. 1:27, second down and 2.
Come on, Dom.
Everyone
I think
up to the line
you're
of
going to
scrimmage
him,
for
though.
Central.
You have to.
They're going to go up the middle with Vaguely. Central brings everyone. He's going to get another first down, and that might be your ball game right there. First and 10 for the Eagles from the 21, 1:15 remaining. And that's all she wrote, I think. Here, you can kneel this one out if you're Coach Horner.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Victory. Get up into victory formation. That's what the Eagles are going to do. What a ball game here from Breese Central.
Wow.
Eagles go to victory formation, 55 seconds. Let it run all the way down. Might have to do it one more time. Takes the snap, takes the knee. 40 seconds on the play clock. We are going to have to do one more knee. What a game there by the Columbia Eagles.
Wow. What a game. That was probably the most exciting game we've called this year for sure.
Absolutely, and that's the first one that the Eagles have really been tested and had to get it done, and we do.
You think we can meet them in the playoffs?
I don't know. I mean, we both go in at 7-2. You got a shot. What a game there by the Eagles as they take the final knee. Fantastic game. Columbia now with a share of the Cahokia Conference. I believe Wood River held on in that, so that means
three-way tie.
There's a three-way tie for the Cahokia Conference. All teams are 4-1 in conference play.
Ooh,
this game, this win, Columbia improves to 6-2. Welcome into Week 10 football, Coach Horner, once again. I think in his 22 years, he's been in the playoffs 20 times. So great job there by Coach Horner and staff getting to the playoffs. Central falls to 6-2. They were looking to hopefully get 2 more wins, and that would get them a home game at 8-1. They could still get one at 7-2. Jared, what do you got to say about this game?
Tom Vaguely. I know we've said it all year. How great of a kid he is, and how much it is, how fun it is to watch him. But that might be one of the best games I think I've ever seen played by a quarterback at the high school level, especially for the Columbia Eagles. He put the team on his back tonight. I bet he had 30 carries altogether. I mean, that last drive he probably had 6 to 7 by himself, picking up first downs left and right, and then having those 4
long touchdown runs. Those would be fun to listen to when we go back and hear our broadcast from tonight. But defense did what they were meant to do in late in that game. I know they scored, but getting that stop on the 2-point conversion basically won you the game there. And then all you had to do was get 3 or 4 first downs like we did. And now we're walking out of here with a win.
And you look at Coach Horner there, he's trying to get the guys into a huddle real quick as they show a little bit of emotion. And Coach Brian Short, Coach Horner, and Coach Jermaine, they have a lot of respect and friendship with one another as they all hug each other out at midfield here as they shake hands. So what a game. We knew it was going to be fun. Eagles get a share of the Cahokia Conference. And I think that's going to do it here tonight. I mean, that was just a great game. We thank you all for listening. We'll come to you with that Holton Meets Coaches Corner this Thursday night on Spotify, Inside the Nest. And then next week, we will take it to the Aces Wild pregame show. We will have senior night at home. We will have a audio and video broadcast against the Jerseyville Panthers, I believe it is. Yep. So Jerseyville next week. For Week 9, Columbia improves to 6-2. Just got word. Roxana 28, East Alton Wood River 27. Under a minute left in that game. That was a game we knew that was going to be close. So with all of that being said, on behalf of KCHS, I'd like to thank everyone from the CHS administration, CHS coaches, Mr. Nickerson, and all of you for listening. Alex Schlemmer and Jared Germain sending it home from Breese Central. Eagles are victorious 28-27.
Go Eagles, baby.